Are you prepared if the system breaks down? What happens when your job disappears overnight? Can you fix something in your home without calling for help? Do you know how to grow your own food? How long could you survive without the internet or power? Are your finances truly in your control? How do you handle emotional stress when things go wrong? Could you live independently from big corporations? Are you ready for a future that's unpredictable? And most importantly, do you trust yourself to thrive when no one else is there to guide you? Welcome to the path of self-reliance, not as a trendy buzzword, but as a way of life that could define your future. Why self-reliance matters in today's world. In 2025, the world is more connected and more fragile than ever. Global economies shift overnight, supply chains get disrupted, and AI is replacing jobs faster than we imagined. Amid this chaos, one thing becomes clear: depending entirely on systems we don't control is risky. Self-reliance isn't about rejecting society, it's about empowering yourself within it. From alternative living communities to digital nomads, people around the globe are waking up to the power of individual agency. Being self-reliant doesn't mean going it alone. It means being prepared, capable, and confident in your own resourcefulness. Building a strong foundation, essential skills and resources. So how do we become self-reliant? Start by building practical skills. Learn basic home repairs, fix that leaking tap or replace a broken outlet. Start a small garden, even if it's just herbs on your windowsill. Master your kitchen. Cooking real food from scratch is a survival skill, not a luxury. Understand money, budgeting, saving, investing. Financial literacy is freedom. And if you're feeling bold, explore off-grid living or renewable energy solutions like solar panels or rainwater harvesting. But remember, self-reliance doesn't mean isolation. Build a support network. Find like-minded communities online or locally who value resilience, sustainability, and independence, cultivating mental and emotional resilience. It's not just about skills, it's about mindset. The world throws curveballs, and how you respond matters more than what happened. Cultivate mindfulness through meditation or journaling, emotional resilience through therapy, support groups, or meaningful conversations, adaptability by staying curious and open to change. Self-care isn't selfish, it's your survival kit for mental storms. Embracing a sustainable lifestyle. A self-reliant life is also a sustainable one. The less you waste, the more you save, and the less you depend on systems that exploit the planet. Reduce single-use plastic and energy consumption. Support local businesses, farmers, and artisans. Buy less, choose better. Living simply doesn't mean living small. It means living intentionally. Taking action, your self-reliance roadmap. Ready to get started? Set one small goal, maybe learn a new skill this week. Make a plan, outline where you want to be 6 months from now. Start slow, but stay consistent. Self-reliance is a marathon, not a sprint. Here are a few simple action steps. Watch a DIY home repair tutorial. Cook one meal this week from raw ingredients. Start tracking your spending. Try going one day without buying anything unnecessary. And most importantly, share your journey. Comment below, tag us on social media, or join our self-reliance community. Let's build something together. Real-world case studies. Let's take a look at some real people who've embraced the path. The off-grid homesteader who powers their home with solar, harvests rainwater, and grows their own food. The urban minimalist who lives in a small apartment but knows how to cook, repair, and budget effectively. The digital nomad who's built income streams through writing, coding, or coaching, and isn't tied to any one location. The single mom who learned DIY repairs, started a small side hustle, and created emotional safety for her kids. These aren't superheroes, they're ordinary people who made intentional choices, and if they can do it, so can you. Financial independence and self-reliance. One of the biggest pillars of modern self-reliance is financial freedom. Why? Because if someone else controls your paycheck, your bills, and your time, they control your life. Start with creating an emergency fund. Even 500. Learning high-value skills that can earn income anywhere. Diversifying income streams, freelance work, online businesses, passive income. Financial self-reliance also means debt awareness. not being shackled to loans, credit cards, or buy now, pay later trap. Remember, the more you own outright your home, your tools, your time, the less vulnerable you are. Technology and the illusion of independence. Let's not ignore the irony. We live in the most technologically advanced society in history, yet we've never been more dependent. Apps can deliver food, clean your house, manage your schedule, but what happens when the app crashes? When the power's out? When the server is down? Technology is a tool, not a crutch. The goal is to integrate tech into a self-reliant life, not replace life with tech. Use AI, automation, and the internet as assistants, not as lifelines. The psychology of dependency. Let's explore the psychological cost of modern dependency. We've outsourced everything. Our food comes from industrial farms. Our emotional regulation comes from likes and comments. Our security comes from fragile systems, banks, governments, corporations. This creates learned helplessness, the belief that we can't survive or thrive without external support. And that mindset can be crippling when things go wrong. Reclaiming your autonomy is more than practical. It's emotional liberation. It's mental sovereignty. You go from, "I hope someone fixes this," to "I'll figure it out." Learning from the past, self-reliance in history. Self-reliance isn't new, it's a core trait of human survival. Our ancestors lived this way by necessity, not by choice. Think about pioneers and settlers who built homes from the land. Indigenous communities who lived in harmony with nature for generations. Post-war generations who knew how to stretch every dollar, reuse everything, and make do with what they had. Even spiritual leaders and philosophers from various cultures emphasize the value of self-sufficiency. Trust thyself. Every heart vibrates to that iron string. Ralph Waldo Emerson, in his essay, Self-Reliance. Modern society has distanced us from this truth. But the DNA of self-reliance is in all of us. We just have to reawaken it. Self-reliant parenting, raising independent thinkers. Self-reliance begins at home, and it starts early. Modern parenting often emphasizes comfort and convenience, but in the long term, this can breed dependence. Raising self-reliant kids means teaching them how to think, not what to think. Start with simple, age-appropriate life skills. Let your kids cook meals, manage small chores, and make decisions, even if it means small failures. Teach them to earn money. Lemonade stands, small tasks, selling art. Let them feel the pride of creating value. Encourage questions over obedience. Critical thinking is the cornerstone of resilience. Don't raise followers, raise leaders. Education that empowers. Beyond the classroom, let's face it, traditional education isn't built for self-reliance. It teaches compliance, not creativity, memorization, not mastery. So how do we shift? Homeschooling or unschooling allows children to explore their interests deeply. Encourage project-based learning, build something, fix something, explore something. Focus on core life skills, logic, communication, self-discipline, emotional intelligence. Even if your kids are in traditional schools, supplement at home. Teach what the system won't. Knowledge is no longer rare, it's what you do with it that counts. Emergency preparedness. Planning for the unknown. A huge part of self-reliance is knowing how to act when the unexpected strikes. Natural disasters, grid failures, economic collapse, cyber attacks. Sound extreme? Maybe. But the point of preparation is to never need it, and to never panic if you do. Every household should have a 72-hour emergency kit. Food, water, first aid, flashlights, radio, batteries. A basic evacuation plan. Where do you go? How do you communicate? What do you take? A small stockpile of essentials. Canned goods, hygiene products, medicine. If it sounds overwhelming, start with one small step. Each action builds confidence, and that's the real safety net. Community and the myth of lone wolf survival. Now let's break a myth. Self-reliance doesn't mean isolation. The lone wolf survival fantasy is just that. a fantasy. Humans are tribal. We're wired for cooperation. The goal isn't to live alone in a bunker. It's to create or join a resilient, values-aligned community. That could look like a neighborhood garden co-op, a group of families sharing homeschooling resources, a digital community trading skills and knowledge. Self-reliant people support each other, not isolate. Think decentralized, not disconnected. The 1-year shift, a practical timeline to start your journey. Here's how to realistically become more self-reliant over the next 12 months. Month 1, 3. Awareness and basics. Track your spending. Learn 1 DIY home repair skill. Cook 3 meals a week from scratch. Month 4, 6. Financial and practical prep. Build a small emergency fund. Create an emergency go bag. Start growing herbs or vegetables. Month 7, 9. Deepening the practice. Cancel 1 dependency, subscription, habit, unnecessary service. Learn to mend clothes, sharpen tools, preserve food. Build or join a support group or online community. Month 10, 12. Integration and empowerment. Reduce screen time, increase skill building time. Teach someone else what you've learned. Set goals for how far you want to go. Off-grid, semi-homestead, digital income. This is a lifestyle, not a checklist. Go at your own pace, but go intentionally. Let me know if you'd like to continue with gear and tools to invest in. Emotional pitfalls of the self-reliant path. Sustainable income ideas. Rewilding and reconnecting with nature. Or anything else in your vision. Embracing a sustainable lifestyle. Living lightly. Living fully. Self-reliance and sustainability go hand in hand. When you learn to meet your own needs without excessive consumption, you naturally live more lightly on the earth. Let's break down how. 1. Reduce waste. Replace single-use items with reusable alternatives. Compost food scraps. It reduces landfill load and improves soil. Reuse jars, bags, containers. These tiny actions add up. 2. Rethink transportation. If you drive, maintain your vehicle well. Efficiency is sustainability. 3. Support local. Buy from farmers markets, local artisans, and small businesses. Choose products with less packaging and a smaller carbon footprint. Know where your food, clothes, and tools come from. Remember, sustainability isn't perfection, it's intention. Every small decision moves the needle toward independence and ecological harmony. Rewilding, reconnecting with nature and your instincts. Modern life disconnects us from nature and from ourselves. We're meant to walk barefoot, to watch the sun rise, to hear birdsong and wind instead of traffic and notifications. Rewilding means rediscovering your natural rhythms, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Start simple. Go outside every day, even if it's just 10 minutes. Forage wild herbs. Learn safely with a guide. Learn primitive skills. Fire starting, shelter building, tracking, plant ID. Rewilding isn't about abandoning comfort. It's about remembering who we are beneath the noise. When you reconnect with nature, you remember you are nature, and nature is self-reliant. Redefining success. The self-reliant mindset shift. Let's be real, society defines success as wealth, convenience, and status. But the self-reliant life forces a mindset shift. Instead of, how much do I own? Ask, how little do I need to feel free? Instead of, am I keeping up? Ask, am I building a life aligned with my values? Redefining success might mean living in a smaller home, but owning it, debt-free, growing food instead of dining out, trading flashy vacations for quiet evenings around a fire, freedom, not fame, simplicity, not status, capability, not consumption. That's the real self-reliant shift. Digital self-reliance, using tech without being used. We can't talk about modern self-reliance without addressing the digital world. We live online, but that doesn't mean we need to be controlled by it. Here's how to practice digital self-reliance. 1. Own your platform. Build your own website, blog, newsletter. Don't rely entirely on social media algorithms. 2. Learn digital skills. Coding, writing, graphic design, video editing. These open doors to income and expression. 3. Practice digital minimalism. Limit notifications. Schedule screen-free hours or days. Choose tools that serve your mission, not steal your attention. Technology should be a lever, not a lead. Spiritual self-reliance. Finding inner guidance. Last in this section, but foundational, is spiritual self-reliance. It doesn't have to be religious. It's about cultivating a quiet confidence that you are guided from within. Meditation, prayer, silence, in nature, reading sacred texts, or philosophy. The more you know yourself, the less you need external approval or permission. Spiritual self-reliance says, even if everything collapses, I am not alone. I trust myself, and I trust life. Tools of the trade. Building your self-reliance toolkit. To be self-reliant, you need more than just mindset. You need the right tools, physical and digital, to support your journey. Essential home tools: hammer, screwdriver set, adjustable wrench, tape measure, level, drill, duct tape, electrical tape, zip ties. Small tools, huge impact. Multi-tool for quick fixes, anywhere. Start small, build your kit slowly. Even a basic toolbox can save hundreds in handyman calls. Advanced tools for deeper projects. Solar generator or battery bank, water filtration system, gravity-fed or portable. Basic carpentry and plumbing tools. Pressure canner for preserving food. Each of these is an investment, not an expense. They pay you back in skills and savings. Food independence. Grow, preserve, store. Self-reliance and food go hand in hand. You don't need a full homestead to start. Even a windowsill garden teaches independence. Start with herbs, basil, mint, chives, thyme, leafy greens, spinach, lettuce, fast-growing and forgiving. Sprouting beans, indoors, nutrition with almost no space. Grow, learn preservation, dehydrating fruits and veggies, canning soups, sauces, jams, vacuum sealing for longer shelf life. Grow, store smart, rotate your pantry, stock grains, beans, honey, long shelf life staples. Don't hoard, store with purpose and knowledge. The goal, not just to survive, but to thrive. Without the grocery store. Self-reliant income, skills that pay for life. Let's talk money, because financial self-reliance is freedom. You need income streams that aren't dependent on a single employer or fragile economy. High-value skills you can learn: writing, copywriting, blogging, ghostwriting, graphic design, or video editing, woodworking, or repair services, sewing, mending, upcycling, online teaching, coaching, or consulting. Realistic side hustles: sell homemade goods at local markets, offer basic tech help or tutoring, flip furniture or tools, create and sell digital products, ebooks, courses, checklists. Think resilient over get rich. The goal is to create income that you can control, scale, and adapt. Low cost, high impact investments. You don't need to spend a fortune to get started. Here are a few low-cost tools and resources that offer big returns. Cast iron cookware, lasts a lifetime, builds cooking skills. Books on foraging, herbal medicine, and DIY fixes. Timeless knowledge. Solar lanterns or chargers, peace of mind during outages. Rain barrel, reduces water bill, great for gardening. Each purchase should answer, does this give me more control, independence, or knowledge? If yes, it's worth it. Building your resilience blueprint. Now let's tie it together. Create your own resilience blueprint. A personal self-reliance plan you can build and adapt. Kyrgyz,
Start with 3 core categories. Skills I want to learn: gardening, budgeting, water filtration. Resources I want to build, e.g., food pantry, first aid kit, emergency contacts. Habits I want to change, e.g., reduce screen time, cook at home more, limit spending. Resample goals for 90 days. Cook every dinner at home for 30 days. Save $500 for an emergency fund. Learn how to change a tire or fix a leak. Disconnect from your phone 1 hour a day and build a skill. The blueprint is personal and it evolves, but having it makes your progress visible and empowering.